Could this be HBO's next Game of Thrones? It's possible. The sci-fi reboot Westworld makes its debut Sunday, October 2nd, and it looks extremely promising. Let's take a look at the original movie that inspired the 2016 show. Number 1. Westworld was written and directed by the brilliant Michael Crichton. You know, the guy that would later give us Jurassic Park, ER, and countless other best-selling books. He didn't just tell a story. He created massive worlds to be explored. Number 2. MGM only agreed to let Crichton direct his movie if he could stay within a $1.3 million budget. That's not a lot of money, even for 1973, and extremely challenging due to the subject matter. Oh, and the film had to be shot in 30 days tops. Number 3. Crichton visited Kennedy Space Station, where he observed how astronauts were trained. He was struck by how machine-like they were, conditioned to make their responses and even heartbeats as predictable as possible. He wondered what consequences could occur if the distinctions between man and machine became blurred. Number 4. Westworld was the first film to use CGI as a special effect. Crichton wanted to show the point of view of a robot, so he reached out to Jet Propulsion Laboratory. They could process 2 minutes of film for $200,000. It would also take 9 months. What a deal. Crichton didn't have that time or money, so he asked experimental filmmaker John Whitney Jr. to create the sequence for just $20,000. He finished it in 4 months. Number 5. Westworld is also the first movie to reference the idea of a computer virus. In the film, they actually refer to the computer malfunction as an infection. This is way before we knew about Trojans, botnets, and scareware. It wasn't until the early 1980s that the first actual computer virus made headlines. Number 6. The investment paid off. Westworld was MGM's top-grossing movie of 1973, earning a respectable $10 million in the box office. The success led to a sequel, Future World, but it was a cheap imitation of the original and ended any hopes of a film franchise. Another reboot was attempted in 1980 with the appropriately named TV series Beyond Westworld.
It began with Westworld.
3, 2, 1, activate now.
It lasted a mere 3 episodes on air before being canceled. Back now in 2016, HBO has assembled some of the top Hollywood talent behind and in front of the camera. The J.J. Abrams produced series is written by Jonathan Nolan. You know him from Inception and The Dark Knight. He co-wrote those with his older brother Christopher. It stars Anthony Hopkins, Ed Harris, and Evan Rachel Wood, amongst many, many others. Earlier this year, there was some concern about production delays, but it turns out producers wanted to firm up a plan for the next 5 or 6 years, not just the 10 episodes we'll see this season. Judging by their commitment and the footage we've already seen in the trailers, it looks like it's well worth your time. As always, for more of your favorite movies, TV shows, and comics, keep it here on GameSpot Universe.
Are you real?
Well, if you can't tell, does it matter?